Hello, Craig. Okay, so who wants to do our session recap for today? Who remembers before the holidays?
I remember. If no one else wants to do it, I feel
Was an
like
entire
not
year
remember.
ago.
like I feel like strategically speaking, Lottie is probably not the best character to be getting the extra hero point, but whatever.
You can use the hero point with somebody else to make an enemy reroll, so
That's fair. Okay, yes. So in my last session, we began in the room where we fought those demon cultists. We healed up and head back up. We had a bit of a discussion with Windog about what she knew ahead of time. She revealed, okay, this might have been 2 sessions ago actually, but she revealed that she was previously a follower of this, but now is sided with us because we're stronger. But anyway, yeah, we went up, we checked out their like trash pits, and there's some like slimy ammunition in there that of course Wop Wop is very excited about. Lan came up, and we had a very interesting argument where Windog and Lan were like, insulting each other, and we were trying to get in between and just cut off the argument because we were so sick of them arguing with each other.
More Margaret drama.
Yeah, I think all of our characters were getting kind of tired of that, and like, if I remember correctly, we had Lan go down to the basement area to go check on the children, and like maybe get the elders to come in and come care for them or whatever. Meanwhile, Windrog is like giving us tips on how to go on the upper level, and indeed she gave us like some like sense to let us pass by the wild rats up there without being attacked. We fought more Mongol men up here, and then there was the terrifying shield maze, which is like the size of my apartment, and there were like 2 demons in there, and we basically just like taunted the demons until they walked up to the entrance. Then we all just stood in front of the entrance and spammed range attacks at them. That's basically circumventing the entire point of the maze. So that was fun. Anyway, we defeated the demons. We defeated the demons. We defeated the mongrel men. We defeated the stupid argument they're having. And we finally got to the other side, and we're about to head out of the shield maze. I don't think we like missed anything beyond that one pit that takes us down to water, but I don't think any of us are interested in going back there to like dive into the water and see if there's anything interesting underneath there. I think we all just want to go by now.
Yeah, I don't need that. I'm good.
I guess we're going out, and all right. And we also wanted to make sure that Lan was, for Lan or Windrog, I forget which was going back to also get the people we have in town, like Anevia and Horger Squirm and such.
gee, does
And
anybody want
our
to add
also.
anything on top of that?
I believe it was Lon who was going back because he didn't want to travel with Wendwog, and Wendwog also like somewhat. Basically, she's like, "Oh, I followed the demons because they were stronger than me, but you were stronger than the demons, so now we're with you." And I'm like, "Okay, well."
Yeah, and that's definitely a basis for a good working relationship.
It absolutely is.
Yes, I'm super looking forward to when she decides someone else is more powerful than us.
That's the secret. You don't lose. Okay, so our session is going to return while you finished walking through these strangely placed stone walls. The way forward now is a lot more well constructed than the rest of the place you were in. You know that up there, far some 30-40 minutes of walking, you get to the old sewers, and from there, a couple of hours, and you find some entrance to the new sewers if everything goes fine enough. If there isn't any inconveniently placed cave-ins that make you have to go all the way around. But the sewer systems are big enough that's highly unlikely. And while this long stretch of civilization starts showing itself in front of you, you hear Wendwag raising her voice once again. You should make sure you have all that you want before leaving the underground. I am sure that the chief is going to take his time getting things ready before going to the surface, especially with the kids the way they are. You also have your friends back there. You would prefer to go back to our village and trade once again with Adira and the others before leaving, or would you prefer to camp around here and let me and Lon deal with bringing back your companions?
Well, we do want to get them above ground as quick as possible. I don't think they can. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, it is not as though that time will have stopped. Who knows what is happening up there while we rest? I think that we should at least go up and see.
Yeah, I suppose
Agreed.
so. But should probably get a Nevia up here.
You should be careful with the situation up there is dangerous enough. You going out after getting tired and battered by the creatures we fought until this point might be counterproductive. A good night's rest might be what you need to make sure you can save every life you see up there.
Well, I think that I'm doing okay. Treyguard, how about you? I know that your magic is a limited resource.
Let's remember what my magic resources.
Actually, I assume they're doing pretty well since we just leveled up to have all these fresh second rank slots.
Yeah, I have 3 spell slots, but I only have 1 spell.
Oh,
Treyguard,
maybe we should rest
take
before we
the
go up.
familiar a bit to see if
Yeah.
there's any magic in there.
Maybe we should rest just so to let our caster actually
I
have
think.
his spells prepared.
Yeah. I mean, not that I'm using a ton of them, but yeah.
I'd rather. I mean, I understand that's a whole bunch of trouble up there, but that's exactly the reason I want all of us to be 100%. Plus, if Windwag can go back and get the others, we can all head up as a group.
I can try and arrange some equipment or materials if you'd like as well. I just won't promise the fat one arrives in all of its pieces.
No, that's okay. We don't need him that much.
Do we have? I don't think we. Both asking in and out of game. Do we have any money? I don't think we really.
No, I don't think. We have some gemstones. I suppose we could trade, but
Lottie has a 0G, but that's because I put my remaining money in the party stash. We have like 6 gold in the party stash.
I have 2
Based
silver.
based on the
some
party
treasure.
stash numbers, you have 20 G in character sheets and 45G in, or 6G in coin, and a little bit more in gemstones. Another like 20-ish, 30-ish.
Well, if we're going to be resting and Wonduag's going to be doing some trading for us, I guess I wouldn't mind just getting those gemstones transferred into money.
It wouldn't be hard, so I'll
Yeah.
just click sell on them so they show up as monies in the stash.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't really have anything I
They
want
all
to buy for
became silver pieces for some reason.
right? Well, I don't really have anything I want to buy for Lottie because that was a very low level settlement anyway, so we can't really get like the magic items we want.
Yeah, you can get at most level 2 things.
Yeah. I think just getting our NPCs up here, and then doing a rest so that Traeger can have a full spell loadout would be a good idea.
Yes,
Oh,
I agree.
Yay!
Let's do that.
So, are you resting inside of the maze, like where the mongrel folk were camping, or are you resting a little bit further in the sewers?
What about over here, where there's already like a table and a fire pit that the Mongols were apparently using?
Drag you over here. So you take a trip back through the maze, knowing how it affects you. It's a lot easier to traverse it, and you find this almost cozy place. There's some bone dice on top of this table. The skulker mongrel was playing with while keeping guard, and the barricade itself is sturdy enough to be usable as chairs as well. The rats on the other side don't seem that interested in all of you. They're very content being in their corner, huddling around in the the sheets and pelts that make their nest over there. And with Wendwog's command, they just keep to their thing unless you disturb them in any way. It definitely isn't a very nice place to rest. You do have bedrolls, and the worst case scenario, you have the beds down there to use. But the stone is pretty rough, and the place is quite cold. But you do manage to get uh it isn't a night's rest, but it is rest enough to be able to travel. You, or I can rest all of you through the party sheets.
I will say that while it is not exactly comfortable, it's not as uncomfortable as you'd think it would be, because my banner of the restful promises a
Yeah.
good night's sleep to anyone in its aura.
The ground doesn't feel less stiff, but at least you feel better better rested when you wake up.
Yeah.
And while you close your eyes and let yourself drift off to the darkness inside of your minds, this is a key moment in your adventures. You are going back to the surface. You're going to see what Canabris looks like, what the city, the people ended up like, if the Crusaders managed to fend off the attack and build a resistance, or if things are more dire than you would imagine. How does each of you rest in a situation like this? The banner does make the the bad dreams pass by a lot faster than they would normally if they show up at all. But there is a lot on the line. And to some of you, there might even be people you want to find up there.
Well, a good bit of Dale's rest is worrying about his strange shift in attitude whenever he dons his armor. This is not something that really happened until he really started, using the sword and fighting demons and stuff like that. So he's a little worried that so it's a weird side effect of it all. Just to kind of establish again, he is the one saying it. It's just like his inner voice kind of comes out a lot more, and he doesn't really. It's like a split personality, but it's kind of shaky. He doesn't really know what's going on himself, so he's worrying about that. But when his thoughts turn to the surface, he doesn't really have anyone in specific that he's worried about. He's worried about the city as a whole, but he does want to get to some form of like, you're talking to Irabeth or Anivia, getting Anivia and Irabeth reunited. Getting them reunited, making sure that everyone kind of gets to somewhere safe, and then basically seeing what happens next after escaping this place. That is what he is kind of focused on.
And to Dale, it is quite a bit weirder now to to worry about this other personality. He knows that while this blade seems to think in a way, this other presence now is also present in the middle of all of this. The light of this angel that is offering his power to you. It isn't another person in your head. It isn't a voice. It's just a feeling of being taken care of being protected, of being trusted. And it is different having this new feeling in your head. For you who always had two people there, you now have two people and one emotion. Does anybody else want to describe anything about this rest?
So, Wobbup had his eyes on Baxter for a little bit. He's quite intrigued. So he's going to be mostly copying Baxter's actions, which is like being down on all four treading and then circling around himself as he goes to sleep.
Oh, the cat. I was like, who?
Yeah, no, Baxter seems to sleep really well these days, so Wop is just copying that. That should work.
Wop Wop sleeping with his with his belly up.
I think Lottie like well obviously we close this door, right? And I think Lottie sits down in front of the door and then just kind of hunkers there in her armor and just kind of like is blocking the door of her body kind of worriedly. And like when you figure out this is not quite logical, because I'm pretty sure Dale actually weighs more than her and thus would be better at weighing the door down, but it's the spirit of the thing is for trying to block the door.
If somebody attacks through the door, it's better that you take the hit. That's the thing.
Yes, that too.
Gee. So you wake up a little bit later. You see that you can hear some muffled voices coming from a little bit behind. You looking around, you can see that your companions are all gathered in the other room, talking with low voices, trying to not disturb your sleep while they're there. The rats aren't there anymore. They were taken to someplace else by Wendog by request of Forgus. And you see that Sela, Anevia, Aravashnial, Horgus, and Wendog are all there, while Blum isn't in the middle of the group. The ones talking are mostly Anevia and Aravashnial. They are discussing something about routes and paths, and Horgus is sitting there with the usual annoyed face he's doing, and Wendog seems to just be waiting for this all to end. And while you wake up and look around, you feel your body should hurt a little bit more after sleeping on the ground, but this banner really does seem to make a difference, as your arms and your legs are just as fresh as if you were sleeping in a bed. And while you start rising, it's Wendwag who is going to notice you first, and she's going to sigh very heavily. Thank you for finally waking up. I was getting sick of these uplanders talking about their plans. And she starts going towards you, and like trying to make things hurry a little bit more, while the rest of the group gets closer as well. Sela is the first one to raise her voice. "Uh, I I saw a bunch of bodies down there. You sure did really good cleaning this place up, huh?"
Well, we would have preferred if we could talk things out, but they didn't exactly go for that, did they?
His negotiations were short.
Yeah. What do they call it? A breakdown of negotiations?
Aggressive
It was not,
negotiations.
Yeah, that
it was
one.
not exactly the most graceful way, but yes, it's out of some.
It's how things work with demons usually.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't save everybody.
No, definitely not those.
And Anevia is the next one to speak. She says, I I have to admit you did a very good job, and from what the spider lady tells me, you found a way to the old sewers. Is that right?
Uh, that is true, yes. Beyond this maze, back by this door, and Zamblati knocks on the door behind her. Uh, yes, it is a maze, and then the sewers are on the other side. There is some sort of magic on it, and it's a little bit unpleasant to go through, but I think that we'll be able to manage.
That makes more sense. I was wondering how they managed to hide this place. We did quite a few patrols down here to make sure there was nothing hidden in the old sewers, but maze magic is something I wasn't planning on having to deal with, yeah. And Aravashniao agrees with these demon creatures are quite smart when they put their hearts to it. It's something we can't underestimate.
Yeah, there was a really big one that was real. Well, I get big is, I mean, it was big, but it was also really big in terms of scariness. We got lucky and managed to send it away, but I get the feeling if it had stayed, well, we wouldn't really be having this conversation.
Yeah, he was scared of you. He fled with his tail in between his legs back to the hell pit he came from.
Yeah, you did. Great.
I wasn't really looking at his tail, but if you say so.
And Anevia continues with a, if we're going to the old sewers, I would imagine we're to the south of the city. I can't say for sure where, but it's most likely we're on the outer sides, close to the south gate, I would imagine. And she says, I would like to, once we get up there, to find a way to find Irabeth. We have a home in eastern Canabris, and I think if it's still up, probably Irabeth left some sort of note, of message, of a sign there. If she's still alive, to where we can find her, I'd wager that's a good place to start. And Aravashniao takes the word with the if we're to the south, the library is probably our best bet. Blackwing is a place that's probably still standing after anything happened to the city. It's protected by magic. If nobody managed to get in, it's quite likely the main structure is still up. And Horgus sighs with a, I think we should take care of blocking if any equipment in my mansion is still there to be used. If anything in my home is taken by a rogue cultist or scavenger person in the city, we're losing money, time, and valuable assets by prancing around.
So we have what, three viable locations to start off with, depending on where we exit this sewer from.
But Sela nods and says, I look to the center of town first, but from what I saw before falling down to the underground, the center was nowhere to be seen.
That's not good. Well, let's get up top before. Let's get up top and see if we recognize where we are, and then whatever we're closest to, we'll head to as a safe house. Does that work for everybody?
Yep.
Horgus scoffs at the idea. So we're hiding to stop ourselves from fighting the creatures. You're saying you're going to fight and not taking care of our supplies. I say we go to my mansion first. Make sure that after you clean all of this mess up, there is still weapons to harm the crusaders that are going to fight this war.
DM, do we have to make this choice now, or can we continue?
We can continue, yes. Horgus is just going to be a prick the entire time.
No, fair enough. But I'm just wondering in case of if it's something I need.
I will say, I think that Horgus is going to be rather vocal about what he's
maybe we
asking
should,
for.
like gag him or something.
So maybe we should
Oh,
get
just,
it out
just
of
go to
the
his
way.
house first
Is
and
that
just
in
leave
character?
him.
Okay.
Some yes, it is. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the best one. Besides, we're very likely going to be investigating more than just one location.
Anevia says, from Horgus's place to my place, it isn't that far. I'm going to bring you all to the map of Canabris again, just to make sure you can see things.
Two birds, one stone, and then Horgus can decide if he wants to accompany us or hold up in his house, which I'm sure has more security than anyone can.
Are
Any
you
of us
able
can
to see
imagine.
the map?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to ping where you are going to end up, just to get it out of the way. The party is going to come out around here on the south side of this rift on the ground. It's close to the librarian. You know that the Worm Manor is going to be a little bit up to the east, around here.
Okay. And does
And
this-
you know that Nevia's place is a little bit more to the east, is up here.
guys, I'll be on the way. Easy.
okay. Yes.
For all intents and purposes, I'll describe the scene a little bit better later. But this is impassable without checks and creative interpretation. It is quite a big rift in the ground, and so you probably would have to go to No Canabris to go around if you want. The letter you have said off a few places, and
Right.
if you tell Anevia the names, she will readily recognize all of them. She is going to say that the Nissarian manor is the manor of this one rich noble that was very fond of collecting swords for some reason. He had a huge collection of swords. His manor is right here.
Right in the middle of a rift? That's gone.
Right here. You know that the other place that's mentioned is quite worrying to Anevia. The Tower of Astrod is quite a big structure. It is the tower that's used by wizards, by alchemists. They rent it from the like the city to use the laboratories and the libraries there to make their experiments for a while when they're traveling through. So that being a cultist location is very worrying for her. And she takes a little bit longer to recognize the last name, but she does recognize the Topaz Solutions as being this place right here. It's a little alchemist shop, herbalist shop to the north of town. And that is your map currently.
Well,
Yes, based on Zeke's position, I think that actually checking out Gorm Manor either first or after the Nicerian Manor would actually make sense, just as a matter of expediency.
well, yeah, but we'd have to. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty difficult to get over these rifts.
You would have to try and find a way through them. It's clearly not. There clearly isn't a proper way. You might find one. You might not find one. That would be that would need checks and stuff.
But Gorm Manor is also a pretty good like base of operations if he lets us stay to just kind of explore out to the rest of the city.
Yes, I agree. I think also it gets
True,
Orgus
it
to shut the
does.
fuck up.
Although I get the feeling he's going to complain more even when we get there.
That'll be the new thing. Yeah.
That's I'm sure, but imagine going to every other location and
That's
just
true.
Horgus has to complain the whole time. Like if we just
Kinda
give Baby the bottle.
leaning that way.
I'm okay with us trying to find a path through. What about
Yeah.
Lottie? Do you have any idea? Do you have any preferences?
No, not really. I'm just thinking this is definitely too wide for the rope for my climbing kit to work. And my eyesight is not great, so I'm not great at judging distances, but that is definitely too wide.
All right. So it seems like we're all in favor of trying to bypass this rift and go to Gorm Manor first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start walking through the tunnels with Anevia's help. Her leg isn't still in the best shape. She still needs the little wooden stick she's been using as a cane this entire time. But it's a lot better. She doesn't need help, or she doesn't need somebody helping her, like taking a little bit of her weight. Just the cane is enough. And she is very knowledgeable about these underground passages. It's clear that she has walked around these parts many times before. And while she looks around, sees a caved-in passage, looks to the other side, she clearly is trying to figure out where you're going to end up. and she says, I think if we continue going this way and there isn't any other cave-ins, which it seems like they're mostly to the north, we're going to end up a little bit east of the south gate. It's closer to the librarium, and my place would probably be the farthest away.
Well, let's just focus on getting to Worm's house, and maybe from there we can really make another decision on where to go next.
It's good to see you all have thinking heads above your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue walking a little bit until you come up to this ladder that brings you to one of these bits of road. You're going to end up here. The streets of Canabras have these manholes that are pretty modern, pretty well made for the place as a whole, and Anevia takes a moment. She briefs everybody on how they're positioned on the street, and to, when you get out, immediately find the nearest piece of cover and hide inside, so you have time to analyze the situation before anything happens. And who is going to go first and see everything before everybody else? It is just
Not
a
me.
flavor thing. There isn't any.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the question
Still not
is,
me.
I guess the question is, are we doing this doing this sneaky wise? In which case, it's probably Wop Wop stealthing ahead, or are we sending Lottie in because she's the toughest?
I'm tough.
Yeah, you're also pretty tough. If you want to go first, and then Lottie is like trailing behind with the shield, protecting the others, that'd be fine. Or I could go in first; it'd be fine with that too.
Trigger, you're really good with magic, right? You can cast spells and stuff. Can you
Yes,
bless
I
these
can.
bullets I have so they're super magical? I'm just gonna hold out a bag of random assortment that I use for bullets.
Let me
It's
let
like
me
a bunch
see
of
if I
rocks,
can.
a little bit of some small pieces of scrap metal.
And
Yeah, exactly. Just random shit I found.
oh yeah, I forgot to hit the button for daily preparations. Hold on. Ooh.
I don't know much about magic, so I just need you to do like what Magic Man do on magic thing.
Dale's gonna lean over and
Alright,
go,
let's find
I
out.
don't think you actually gotta put any magic into this.
No, you should. Put your magic on it, or whatever, how it works, and then I'll be good to go.
Unfortunately, I don't have that magic yet.
No, I
I
just
did
need a
not
little bit of
take.
your essence.
I think there's some
Just some
spell for
essence.
ammunition. Okay. And he will kind of take the bullets, and then he will say some words in a language that
which is
you
almost every
don't know.
language. Perfect.
Yo, sing salabim alakazam.
Probably Hollet. Probably Hollet. And
So Lottie knows what
then
you're saying.
he'll sprinkle some. Yeah, it's gibberish. It's literally like it's like the recipe for a nice soup, and Then he just takes out some a bottle of some sort of powder and sprinkles it on the bullets
Yeah.
and hands you the bullets back.
Thank you, Magic Man. This should do. I'm ready for my stealth
Yeah,
mission.
very well.
Yeah, Lottie says in Halidom. So is that powder stock, Zen, or
It was pepper. I seasoned
does
them.
that make sense? Okay, well,
If Wop Wop was a thaumaturge, that would work.
Well, incidentally, it is gonna work because I changed to spell slinger, so it is gonna work.
Amazing.
Oh, sick.
okay. Yes. So then I guess we're going in. Wop Wop sneaking, and then Lottie's like protecting the trade guard, and I guess also the NPCs and such.
Yeah, the ladder is straight up. It isn't long. It is like 20 feet up from the bottom of the silver canal to the road above. And Wop Wop, you can roll a stealth check for me when you get up, and you take a look around while you push away this iron manhole cover. You see you notice a little bit too late that the cover is cracked, and while you try to move it to the side, it bends on the inside and falls down, rattling down the stairs, making a very loud sound of metal against metal that echoes to everybody downstairs. But the upstairs might be even more terrifying to look at. Let me just get the song. This song. Here. 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 You see the situation of the city is even worse than what you would imagine down there. The city is completely different from the one you were on. You see ruins, smoking. It looks like uh, an apocalypse. There, the chasms go deep and sprawl all around the city, while you can clearly see that trails of rubble and broken buildings go out from the heart of the city. These probably huge creatures just went on a war path, bulldozing everything in their way. The skyline of Canabris was something to behold, but now both the tower of the kite, this powerful structure of stone and metal that stood up to protect the ward stone, and the colored windows of the Cathedral of St. Clydewell are completely gone. And you can see dark plumes of dark smoke that rise from buildings. They're clearly still burning or freshly burned. The sky it isn't blue, it isn't yellow, it's completely red, and the the dark smoke, the red smoke, the black clouds that cover parts of the sky are broken down by the sight of clearly bats, buzzards, and the sights of flying demons that still wander around the sky every now and then. It's clear to you, and it's clear to Lottie when she gets up right after that Canabris is now just another part of the world wound. You know that this city at its highest had some 12,000 inhabitants. Now, looking around the empty streets, hearing the odd scream or sound of a building breaking down or a fireball exploding somewhere, make this ruined, deserted city still have some noise in it. The victims are still counting. You would imagine there isn't half of the city left. The buildings are still scorched and burning. The ground is completely stained with fresh and old blood. And the places where there aren't just bones packed by vultures, there are piles and piles of dead bodies and pieces of corpses. You look around while Dale now gets up from the ladder. This the rest of the city, it's just a husk. It's maybe not even that. And while all four of you get up and look around these devastated streets, what comes to mind?
This isn't something she remembers very well since she was very young at the time, but it reminds Lottie of back when she lived in Numeria and before her family fled over here. That this something similar, but obviously much smaller scale and not involving demons happened there.
It's quite weird. You remember the wastelands of Numeria were so dangerous to walk. They didn't have any cover, and everywhere could be a danger. But here, everywhere is a danger, and while there are places to hide, there just isn't enough. It's like the danger you felt is breathing right behind your neck. How does the rest of the party deal with this sight?
Mostly Traegar considers it very, very more sad than angry.
Yeah, Dale's pretty quiet. He doesn't, he's never seen he's never seen like violence and death on this level. I think very few people actually have. but especially, him being very ignorant to the wider ways of combat in the world. He's not. There's not like a good deal of processing going on. He's just kind of in a stunned silence.
While you all look around and everybody continues getting up from the sewers, Anevia sighs very very deeply and looks very determined all of a sudden when she sees the sheer destruction that's happening around. She looks at all of you, and while you take cover in one of these ruined buildings around, she starts talking. We're going to have to talk a little bit about the situation. It's worse than I would have hoped, and that leaves us in a very precarious situation. We we are coming up to a place where everything is as bad as it seems, or worse, and we might see people in need of assistance and bandits, scavengers, demons, cultists, whatever in our way. We have to be very careful then what battles we choose to fight. The city is it's gone. It's theirs. We we can't save everybody is what I'm trying to say. And we might come up to some situations where it looks like we should help, but it it might not be the best idea. I have to make sure you all understand that it pains me to say this as part of the Eagle Watch, especially to hear the cry for help of someone and look to the other side is something I don't wish on anybody, but we might have to make that choice more than once.
Well, let's hope we don't have to make that decision, because looking around, I think a lot of people are going to need help.
And that's exactly why I'm breaking this to you already. We can't be heroes. We have to get our bearings together, find a place where we can rest and figure out what we can do and what we can't. Uh, Scream for help might be somebody that is possible for us to help. They might be getting mugged by a random bandit or attacked by a couple of dumb cultists. It might be somebody who's looking at three Brimaracks throwing fireballs at their houses, or it might be a demon trying to lure would-be heroes to their dooms. We we can't trust whatever is out there. We we can't try to save everybody. Are we very clear in that?
go along with what the group says, but don't feel right just letting people try and survive on their own.
I know. It doesn't feel right for me either. And she looks at the rest of the group. She looks at Lottie, she looks at Tragar, she looks at Wop Wop.
You guys?
Hello?
What? Yeah?
She breathes heavily again. I know it's tough. It is. It is something we'll have to decide. It's honestly, I would say, while I do encourage us to help Mr. Worm take care of his problem, it might be a better idea for us to take shelter closer or go all the way to my home early and figure out where, if there is any sort of resistance, where they are. Don't take me personally, Horgus. And he just shrugs. If we lose anything because of your choices, it's you who loses. In the end, I am not the one fighting in the front lines.
I mean, we could lose on any choice we make. I don't see why we would lose more in that other choice.
Because I have money, and
Well,
you don't.
are they on your person, or is there a very high chance that they may have been looted from your mansion already?
That's exactly the point. Every second we spend is another chance for them already being looted. I have a pretty safe place where I keep my riches, and I would imagine the common bandit or cultist is never going to get even close to finding
Okay, but
my
then it's not in
safe.
a rush, right? If it's in a safe location. Also, I don't see
No.
any open market stalls, so maybe money is not the biggest issue right now.
Let's go to Anivia's, find any news we can, then Horgus, because it is nearby to Anivia's as it is. We can see if your holdings still stand.
He looks at Tragar and says, if we manage to get there and there are still things, I'll pay you the amount based on the choices you make. And you don't
Of
need
course. We can
market
discuss
stalls. You will
all of
need
that.
equipment for whatever comes next.
What we will need is to find the resistance first to see if there's anything that's going to come next. Then we can discuss material concerns.
So Anevia looks back and says, so if this rift is impossible to get through, which we can try and take a look, but we can assume it might be, we'll have to go through New Canabris. There, I saw a crack in the wall that leads closer to where we are, closer to the library, where we can get through, and it clearly is farther from the main path. It's going to be easier for us to hide there. From there, the center of town is a little bit more dense. I would imagine the broken down structures would have at least some crossing to the other side. I think that's the
All right.
safe path, but
I trust
we
that
can.
judgment.
Then I don't think we should waste more time. We should make our way there.
She nods. And so, which path are you going to take? That is going to change how just to explain how this map works. There are two places you need to go to complete this chapter, which is to find the resistance. When you find the resistance, you will know the location of the last dungeon of the city, and you have to clear that dungeon before clearing this book. When you decide to go to the dungeon, is where you get the next level. That's going to be level 4. The entire dungeon is level 4, so that's going to be the milestone. Everything in between is mostly optional. It might be part of the main story or be side content, but like there are things that make the dungeon easier if you explore around and do the different places that show up, and there are a lot of places to go. So
Okay,
you choose the path you take.
What were the two paths we were
The
offered, or
current
just
places you have in mind are the librarium, the manor, and the residence. You know that there are dangers on or possible dangers on the Tower of Asteroids, on the Nicerian Manor, and on the Topaz Solutions. Those are the ones you know.
I know. I thought we were going to a D&D video, which I assume is the residence,
from
right?
the
Okay, so
let me just use squares to denote NPC locations, so it's easier to see. The two possible paths is to try and find a way through this gap, or to go through New Canabris and try and find a way through the center of town, which is more dense and probably has more crossings. If you go to the north, you probably will go through this place. So you might want to go through the librarian first. If you go through this path, you might want to go to Fergus first. And there is another close path through the manor and the Tower of Asteroids, if you go through the center of town.
Okay, so let's see. So either so basically it's Tower of Estrad first or Librarium first.
Unless we can
Or I
guess
unless we
mana.
can cross over the, like, if we can
Oh, we
cheat
can't.
somehow we can't. I thought we could look and see if we could cross
You can look. It is a skill challenge, victory point system to be able to cross. It is hard to find a way to cross, but it is possible.
But the failure pretty significant, like
It is.
falling down into the crevice and
They're
die.
like
die probably. Yeah.
I mean, let's but like let's just get. I say let's just get into it and pick one of these three locations because we're probably going to want to go to them anyway.
Okay, so let's look at this logically. The Resistance will probably find information for continuing at the KingTreyIII residence, right? That's the most likely.
Likely, yes,
Yeah,
but that's also the farthest one. To the straightest line there seems to put us through what this densely populated area, and then through the Tower of Estrad, and then Terrablade's next. If we do the Librarium, we basically do the Librarium, then we go to Horgus's house, then we go to the KingTreyIII
question:
residence.
do we know
Point
if we
the
can get?
librarium is to the south side as well.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be able to. So it would be Librarium, and then we'd still have to go around.
Okay, so then I'm sorry, I'm misreading the map. So Nicerian, the manor.
That's
right?
is the Lycerium Manor in a rift?
Yeah, it
You
looks like it.
don't know it, but yes.
Yeah, because
Okay. No,
we're starting
But
here,
here-
right? That's what the circle is.
At the flag.
Okay, we're starting here. Okay, so if I'm understanding these lines correctly, it's basically we can just pass the librarium, go straight through, go to the tower, go to the KingTreyIII residence.
Or we could
Yes.
stop at Librarium, see if it's like fine. Maybe some anti-demon stuff could be in there. Like, what was the elf's name?
Yeah.
Aravashnial.
Aravashnial.
Unless we want to try to. So either way, unless we want to like try to climb this fucking wall where the rich people live, we basically have to go all the way around.
Also,
anyway.
Librarium is close enough. We could just go there first, either way, and then maybe decide to cross the rift, or maybe just go someplace else.
Yeah,
There's
Aravashnial says the librarium
Honestly, that sounds best.
might be a safe place to rest because it's protected by magic.
Yeah, let's just go to the librarium, and then we'll figure it out from there. And then if the librarium sucks, we'll go to the manor. And if the manor sucks, we go to the tower, and then we're at KingTreyIII residence. And then I guess
that's gonna be.
Yeah,
I definitely think that's ominous. But I agree. Let's head to the librarium first. Fuck Horgus.
Yes.
He can complain all he wants.
Unfortunately, Horgus, you're rich as fuck, which means you live in a gated community, and in an apocalypse, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because you're not in the
If
gate.
you're cutting our reward
sorry, my
by
man.
like half because we're not getting you there on time, at least we're getting you there at all.
Yes. Also, there's a giant chasm
Yeah.
between us and your house, so like.
Yeah.
Also, we
There are
don't like
demons in the
you,
streets.
so
He's rich, and I feel
If
for him.
that
he's
groups
uncomfortable
not
over it,
help
but,
with
like,
Horgus, it was really funny.
I'm fine helping Horgus, but it's
like I'm fine helping him. It's just like making it priority one is very clearly. It's like,
carry
dude, you're gonna
yourselves
have
in
to
this
be
ravine
patient.
to get
Like,
to
I'm
your
sorry.
ravine faster.
I'm paying you for what?
Yeah. All right, then I think we're all agreed. Let's go to the librarium and make a quick stop just to make sure it's safe.
Okay. So you start going northwest. The path currently is quite hard to navigate. You can't just walk through the streets. Everything is quite dangerous. Every person you see on the streets is some sort of looter, some sort of criminal, or one of these patrols of demons, of cultists, of monsters. You do see that there are some houses that look barricaded in some ways, and it's hard to know if there are people inside there or if they tried barricading it but then lost their lives or had to vacate. It's quite a difficult path to walk. And so while the normal travel speed would be a 20 miles per day, you will be everything in this city currently is greater difficult terrain for travel purposes. So you're going 5 miles per day. And so
Nice.
you can about about go the entire city if you walk the entire day. So it's something doable, but it's quite hard. So you start going northwest, taking cover inside of the ruins. Anevia is very good at finding these hiding places, and while Dale and Wendwag are searching around trying to figure out if there are any enemies, any patrols around, you manage to continue walking and get closer to the librarian. You are going to see, getting closer to it, that while the surrounding area of the librarian is in ruins, you know that there were many halls of the place. Everything basically is completely shattered. You do see that the buildings closer to the to the main hall in front of it and to the southwest especially are pretty intact. The buildings around Blackwing are barely damaged. It's like the the library itself was singled for being destructed. And but you do see that the main structure is still standing. The main hall is completely sturdy. And while you get a little bit closer and find some place to hide, Aravashniel is going to ask you. He is still blind after all. He is going to ask you, how is the situation?
It is not looking bad. I think that's the words have held. That is what it looks from the outside, at least.
It's not ruined like everything else, I suppose. And there's no one like around, right?
Yeah, there are the regular patrols that pass by. You see some cultists or some monsters roaming the streets every now and then, but there isn't anything like stationary around.
Doesn't look like there's anyone keeping guard.
That
You know,
that bodes well.
hey, Aravashniel, is there a way to get in specifically?
The main hall was protected by a powerful ward magic. The walls and doors are basically unbreakable from the outside. They are only destructible from the inside. If the doors are closed shut like they should be in a situation like this, it's only by knocking and being let inside that we are going to be able to get there. The the words I forgot them. The librarians. The librarians are going to recognize mine or Anevia's voice, or if you manage to convince them to let you in, you might also enter that way.
How about us fit fighters here? And he'll point to the player group. And you go up to the door and see if we can get let in. Arabeth, I want to. Do you think you could hold down and make sure everyone else is safe while we do that?
I didn't know my wife was here. When did
Oh,
she
sorry. No.
arrive?
What is the paladin's name? My brain.
Sela.
Sela.
Sorry, Sela. Do you think you could do that?
I was going to suggest the same thing. I think you should take a look forward before letting the blind wizard here take a risk on the outside. If you have to run for some reason, it's going to be difficult.
Fair enough. All right. You guys,
Take a
when
look at the
ready to go
door.
up, we'll signal everyone forward if it's safe.
I'm going to take a look in the path between the safe place and the rest of you. If anything happens, I'll signal to either side. I'm
Good.
probably the one that is the least immediately a crusader if I stand out in the streets.
Oh, right. I forgot when Dwayne was here. That works out, I suppose.
And so, with a plan made, you leave the building with Wendwag. She takes post in a corner a little bit farther from the the library while you go first. And you while you get a little bit closer, you see that the two wooden doors that get to the library are a slight bit open. And I'm going to bring you to the map, because there is a pretty map. Dexter would be full health as well. I'm going to bring you over.
Oh, nice.
Here. Check if you see things.
I see a giant raccoon.
A giant raccoon.
On the roof now.
Okay.
The demons are weaponizing how cute they are.
So what you see is the apart from the main hall of the building, the entire rest is completely destroyed. It's clear that the ward is the only thing that kept this standing. And while you start to approach, you manage to find, with Wopop's help, you manage to find a place and time where there aren't any patrols getting closer to stop any of you. And you see that the main door is slightly ajar. And Dale, you roll a perception check for me, since you're searching.
Secret or regular?
It's a secret check.
How good are my special eyes?
Okay. Your special eyes aren't going to see anything in particular, but your special ears are going to hear things in particular. While you start getting a little bit closer to this place, you manage to hear this one loud this one loud voice barking orders. You make sure to pile these books better. We are going to need plenty of fuel for what we're doing here.
Book burning? That's bad. Guys, they're trying to burn some books.
Perfect. Let them finish.
No. Those books might have stuff about killing demons in them.
Doubt it.
But-
I mean, it's a library where in a city full of people who want to beat demons. I actually think it's more plausible.
Yes, he is a Crusader library, and if we are going to be getting any sort of advantage from it, it will probably be from the books. So,
And anyone who wants to burn books here is probably Wop. I know you don't trust the written word, but trust that anyone who is burning something here is doing something that we don't want them to do.
Any
Because if they want it,
artifacts
we
that
don't.
were in the library would be in the other wings, so they are definitely taken. The books are all that remain, basically.
And where did I hear this from?
You see the two doors here.
Let's go.
If they look like cultists, I'm fine shooting them, even if they did a good. I mean, that's not gonna make up for all the bad they did.
That's a good way of looking at it, I think.
Okay, Wop, can you roll another stealth check for me?
We can. We
Treyguard,
can
what do you do? You're all the way over there. You got this, guys.
Fuck. Sorry, it takes forever
No, you're
for me
good.
to
Yes.
load
Also,
stuff. We just had the internet guy come today, so it's like we have to replace the router.
Speaking
so
of
everything's
preparing
all
for
wonky
combat,
right
Dale should be at full HP probably.
Probably.
Well,
Also hero points.
I mean, I didn't get full HP from resting, and no one healed me, so.
You would
Presumably
have
we
been
healed you at
healed.
some
Yeah,
point.
you have medicine, so
Also,
Fair enough.
okay.
I will have my katana in one hand.
Okay, so you will see the door is slightly open, and Wop, with your stealth, you're going to be able to see a little bit of the inside.
cat.
Let me just make another wall here so I can give you a sneak peek of things. I'll drag people a little bit away. Now put you here and open this door. I think you're able to see things, right?
a little bit.
Okay. So you're going to be able to see through the slightly open door while you're hiding this one librarian tied by these heavy ropes, and this one thiefling with a short sword and a crossbow standing guard by his side, looking to the center of the room and looking back. He doesn't seem to notice you, but that's the most you can see.
There are like 2 demons in there.
And that would be before any of you open the door, so you can pass that information on if you prefer
I
before
did.
opening.
There are 2 demons in there. You should kill them both.
So
Well, one of
with
them looks like a demon. The other one was a demon in disguise as a librarian.
Exactly. And so with the door being slightly open, you don't need a free hand. You can just kick the door.
Kicking the door in. Dale, you do that, right? You're super macho.
Okay. Hey, y'all.
Yeah,
we do it synchronized.
ninja sword.
Okay, so while you kick the door in, let me just change our song to more appropriate. So this one I want. It's this one I want. And clear. Play. You see the situation inside. The library itself is pretty trashed. You see the tables are broken down, the chairs are turned to the sides. Some of the bookshelves to the west are all broken, and everything the ward couldn't protect is caved in a way or another. You can see that there are a few figures around. There are some librarians tied closer to the walls to the west and to the north, and two of these tieflings with clear experience with robbing and prying, wielding these short swords and crossbows, simple weapons, but necessary that require a lot of finesse to use. While to the center of the room, you see this larger fellow that clearly has a full suit of armor with the clear symbol of Iomedae in his shield and on his shoulder pad. You see he is stained in blood, and his back is to you, so you can't properly see his face currently, but he is very drained in the face. His expression isn't proper. And right in front of him there is this one librarian that's dressed differently than the others. It's clearly somebody more experienced. She seems older than the rest, and
evil.
she is being put to the job of getting the books and putting them in this circle while the others are tied. And while you open the door and the noise makes the crusader at the center startled and look back at all of you, we are going to roll initiative.
I'm very confused, Dale. Which one of these should I shoot?
The ones that are not the ones that are armed and looking bullied.
Who? I'm very confused. Like the guy with the Iomedae sign, right? He's armed. What about the librarian girl burning the books?
Uh,
Wow, Treyguard got a natural 20 initiative and still is going second.
The astronomer also had a natural 20 in initiative.
Amazing.
I have incredible initiative now.
Nice.
Oh
And
my
rolled
god.
a 19. Nice.
It's a miracle.
The astronomer is the MVP, apparently. So
okay. Don't shoot that guy and the lady.
Wait, I thought we should shoot the lady.
No.
She's the one burning the books.
She's being forced to, it looks like.
Oh, no.
okay, so our combat is going to begin while the lady has one of these books on her hands, and she sees you getting closer. She looks back at the crusader and back at you and asks, you're crusaders, right?
Yes.
And she is going to look
Sure.
back at the crusader with the least with no seconds of stopping to think, and she is going to cast a spell. She is going to conjure.
I have my lifting
arcane
belt
spell.
on.
So you can lift what?
Sorry, my Skybearer's belt.
Okay. So the Crusader has to do a reflex save.
Are you?
Oh wait,
Wait,
she's burning the Crusader?
Yeah, the Crusader, yeah.
I knew she's evil. Are you sure I shouldn't shoot that one?
Well, I'm just confused now.
Okay, the Crusader had a failure.
Okay.
He takes.
Alright, new plan. We shoot everyone and then ask questions later.
Well, okay, go for weakening stuff then. Let's just knock him out.
What? I don't think my gun does that.
Just
He.
if you shoot them and they don't die, let us finish them.
She looks back at you. She casts the spell. You see her hands start to burst in flames as she opens them, and these butterflies start flying towards the Crusader and searing his skin. She looks back at you and says, "You need to help us. He is colluding with the devils." Or with the demons.
Ah, shit. He's also the
And
bad
she
guy.
is going to take a step back to get a little bit farther away. Trader, it's going to be your turn.
No idea who this is.
Maybe a sense motive?
I mean, one of them's covered in blood,
Burning
and one of
book.
them is burning books. But we also heard one of them
Wait,
yelling
was-
Oh yeah,
about
was it a
masculine
male
voice
or
he yelled
was it a
about?
male or female voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a masculine voice.
Okay. Yes, also, this guy has a lot of HP, because 7 damage is barely hurt, so... So obviously he's the bad guy, he has more HP.
Yeah, so
Well, we can knock him out if necessary.
well, I don't have any
Fair enough.
knock 'em out spells, so
We're not made for that.
With
I mean, I
at
do. I
this
just
point,
didn't prepare
with
them.
Tragar starting to act, actually, you would see Caleb start looking back at you, and you can see his face is warped in some way. You can see that his skin is dried, and it's like he had the youth drained out of him. You see his teeth are a little bit bigger than usual, and they go a little bit outward, outside his mouth, and scrape the sides of his lips. It's clear he bleeds a little bit with just the regular state of his mouth. It's
Okay.
clear that
So
he might have been human at some point, but currently
But
he
now he is.
is something.
But now he has
Oh.
terrible dental hygiene.
okay, so just so that I understand what is going on in here before I make whatever choice I'm gonna make. Is he being aggressive towards us right now? Like, does he look like he's got that mace and he gonna hit us with it? Or does he look like, is the situation more one that we could probably, like... Does it look like I could go in there and see if these people are okay? Or does he look
Caleb
actively
does
threatening?
look like he is going to hit something with his mace. Might not be you. Might just be the
Well, then
the
I
old
am-
lady
well, then-
that just burned his face.
Well, I don't like that either way, so here you go.
Okay, he does a fortitude save. He had a regular success.
Exciting. 2 dice.
Oh,
2 dice. Nice.
Yeah.
You're going to see that it's not going to do anything to him. You try and
Ah.
drain the life out of his body, but it seems like he doesn't have any to begin with.
ah, Undead.
Oh, gross. Well, now I'm gonna. Unfortunately, now I'm gonna have to get creative, and by get creative, I mean divine lance.
Yeah.
Okay, he
Might
has
be undead.
minor recover.
What?
He has minor recover, but you can attack and roll damage from it.
Well, that was
It was
fun.
a great
That was a great
turn.
turn, everybody.
Uh,
Great turn. That was great. That was great. A great time was had by all.
Do a recall knowledge check without needing to roll. You
I
did.
did not.
You did figure
I
out
did not.
that he didn't take damage from your spell, and that is information.
Yeah. Oh no, he's immune to
Exactly.
that one song I know. Shit.
He has immunity to that specific spell.
all right, try the old lady instead then.
Dale, it's your turn.
Well,
You see Traeger trying to drain the life from the Crusader and throw this spear of light. He just bashes the spear with his shield, and his shield is clearly very, very well built, and the spear shatters in yellow light.
All right, well, things are confusing, but I think I got it now. Lottie, I'm gonna hopefully save you a bit of time here, and I have the Skybearer's belt. I'm going to use Bear Allies Burdens. Basically, I get to pick up Lottie and deposit them to an adjacent space as I stride.
What?
Lottie, and I grab the back of your armor like a suitcase. Here we go. What? And I'm gonna put Lottie. I'm gonna deposit Lottie. Let's see. Where do I deposit? At any point, adjacent to you. So I'm gonna put Lottie. Actually, I can put Lottie right here, can't I?
Yes.
Okay. That is 2 actions.
You grab Lottie on the by the back and like just start running with Lottie completely on the horizontal.
This is what I'm imagining.
Unfortunately, the radiant won't work because everyone is full health already.
That is also very good.
So I will just actually make a trip attempt against Caleb, and my divine spark will flow into my sword.
I was thinking something like this.
No! That is my turn.
Okay, so you try and disarm Caleb, but you see that different from the other creatures you fought until this point, he is very well trained in combat, and he not only that, he seems to know proper war tactics, and he positions himself in a way that you just can't find the opening. He pushes his shield forward, he pushes his weapon back, and you hear his mouth opening and these teeth projecting outward, bleeding a little bit more as he speaks. You make it easier by coming near.
Yes. I would prefer if you fought me and not social librarians. I'm glad that you understand the situation. And Lottie will shield and taunt him.
It's more like a diplomacy check.
Okay, he does respond by also bashing his hammer on his shield, like I am also taunting you.
Okay, and let's see. Do I feel like this is the kind of guy who has reactive strike? I feel like this is the kind of guy who has reactive strike. So I'm probably not going to use any of the spell-like abilities on Blade of Laria, the Blade of Lario. Instead, I'm just going to wrench this guy.
I am just going to wrench this guy is
Ah,
a great sentence. That is going to get really close to hitting.
man,
Okay,
it's on my case.
and then I feel like map strikes aren't very productive. So what I'm going to do is activate the Blade of Lario and glow, mostly so I can get the temp HP.
Okay. You're going to see that Caleb is if he wasn't taunted before, he clearly is taunted now. And he looks at you, you hear his voice going higher again. So you think our goddess will do something here? She abandoned us already.
Yes, I suppose we'll see. If my day is enough for these.
And
Yep, that's Lottie's turn.
the Thiefling is going to try and fire at the Astronomer with his crossbow. He's going to do a... what's the name? A diversion with a gesture. It is a failure. He doesn't get the cool thing, so he is going to fire. Is going to crit by 0. Amazing. Are you going to block the shot for the Astronomer?
Yes, I assume she counts as an ally. Like assume we've
She
established
does
at this
count
point
as an
that
ally.
these guys are good guys and bad guys. Okay, yeah, I'm intercepting the attack. Then if
Okay.
if it turns out she's secretly evil, then the attack retroactively becomes not intercepted.
You
Yeah,
take incredible 2 damage.
no damage.
Yeah, because I have
Wait, that was
Uh,
a crit for 2 damage?
Yes, I rolled a 1.
amazing.
The crossbow bolt flies towards the old lady, and she clearly is already trusting in you as she steps closer to Dale.
Yep, and the Lottie. Okay, given what I imagine happens is Lottie swats her arm over, and the edge of her shield deflects the crossbow bolts and sends it into the ceiling.
And the crossbow bolt flies to the ceiling and spins a little bit around and falls to the ground with a small thud, and the Thiefling is going to reload as his last action. And it's going to be the other Thiefling. The other Thiefling is going to target Dale and do basically the same thing. Is going to create a diversion. Ooh, he rolled a 20. He does distract Dale.
Ah, Dale,
He
you've
is.
seen me do this so many times. How could you fall for that trick?
You see
Wait.
the
My wall.
yeah, you see the Thiefling being looking to the side, and Wop Wop starts speaking, and the Thiefling just uses the opportunity to fire at you. He normal hits, but he is going to catch you off guard, so you do take sneak attack damage.
So bad.
And he is going to reload. That's his turn. Wop Wop, it's you.
Wop
So-
wop, the guy with the shield and the two people shooting arrows. Those are the bad ones.
Ah, shit! You gave away my position. Am I hidden from Caleb or not?
You aren't. You
Ah,
are
fuck.
hidden from the thieflings, but not from Caleb.
Why am I not from Caleb? I'm around the corner.
Because his perception is good.
Okay. Well, clearly not very good. He's last in initiative.
Because I roll like shit.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and shoot him. Do I need to move out of
it's
here?
because no, you can shoot.
Okay,
He doesn't
great.
have cover for me. I'll just drag your token a little bit to the side so you can see.
But yeah, I'll try and strike. Ah,
It is taking. Just a second. I have to change his cover.
yeah, but the 20 didn't hit before, so I assume this not it.
It doesn't yet, but it's. I'll just put him as no cover for you as well.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
If you want to use a hero point, you just roll again
Yeah,
and
sure.
take the hero points.
Ah, okay,
thought-
okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I will actually.
Yeah, probably use
Gosh.
missed wrench attack. Oh well, whatever.
So now Foundry's implemented ammunition, so now I have to reload even if I do the hero point. Just
No
FYI.
problem.
Ah, shit, that was not bad.
That is almost a hit.
Yeah, well, not good enough. Anyway, I will use my my new reload feature, which do a recall knowledge check at the same time.
Yes.
So I'll do that. Recall macro.
We recall knowledge on
There
who? And
On the guy, Caleb. I want to know about weakness. Any weakness.
okay. So with your results, you are going to understand that whatever is happening to him, he clearly is in some way corrupted by the energies or in some way blessed by the demons around, and this effect on him, while it doesn't seem to be the main thing about him, you do know that it manifests as a weakness to holy, a little weakness
Weakness
to
of
holy.
holy. Well,
I'll
spirit.
just
Then, right?
add him again to the thing because it was wrong.
Well,
Sanctified.
it's if you're basically holy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
if you have to
But
be
it's still
sanctified.
spirit damage, right?
I don't.
Depends
It's
on the
basically
class.
any spell
Oh.
that you would have
Ah,
that
okay.
had sanctification.
Good thing you
Champions-
sanctified all my bullets a moment ago. There we go.
Yeah,
Champions
yeah.
are all of their damages is sanctified, for example, but
Yeah.
exemplars, it's only their spirit damage or their converted spirit damage that's sanctified. If they don't have the icon on their weapons, they don't get the thing.
Yeah. Cleric, it depends. I think with champion too, it depends on the deity. Like if your deity allows sanctification, champions have to be, but if it doesn't, then they aren't. And clerics get to pick if they follow a deity that offers it,
and
but
champions
doesn't require
have the thing that everything is automatically holy. So
it. Oh, yeah.
clerics, if they bonk you, they're not holy. It's just the sanctified spells. So it's very case by case basis.
Yeah. And Divine Witch doesn't give me any of that shit.
I'm a divine gunslinger. I don't get it either.
With divine casters, I usually allow a way to get that through story things, just because it's too big a debuff.
There are items you can get to give you sanctification, like what is it, like holy tattoo
Yeah.
or whatever.
Are they?
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's feats or something. I'm sure there's a way to get it by investing. It's just there's no like the divine path witches. They're just like figure it out on your own.
Anyway, I hide from him and pass.
Okay, so you roll your stealth check. It's going to be Caleb. Caleb is going to use his first turn to cast a spell.
Oh
Is
shit! It's a
there's
spellcaster.
no reactive strike, right?
I don't think so.
I also don't think so. So he is going to cast a spell. Is there any recognized spell thingies? Also no, right? We'll take that
Oh.
as a no.
I mean, even if I had it, I've used my reaction.
True. He is going to cast a spell here.
Oh.
Well,
And you are going to see as Caleb bashes his hammer on his shield once again, and it starts glowing in a dark purple, and he raises the hammer high, and that makes where is it? It's here. It's this thing. It is this thing. He's going to make a dark, and the dark is going to try and counteract Lottie's light. Where is the roll thing? Here. It is going to be a success, Lottie. You will see that while you still have the temporary HP, while Caleb uses this spell, you see the blade flicker a little bit and dim again.
He also has to counteract my headlamps, which I imagine he's probably definitely going to because it's a lower level thing. But
let me roll for the headlamp. I didn't roll a 1 for either of them, so yes, he does turn off the headlamp. So you see this sphere of darkness showing up around you. For everybody who has dark vision, the globe is still, you can see through it. And for people who don't have dark vision, light doesn't pass through it. It's just a sphere of complete darkness. And the astronomer doesn't have dark vision, so that is a thing. She is going to still try and attack the tiefling back there with the blackjack. He's going to cast a spell. She's going to miss the spell. Ooh, the 20 on the blackjack. But the rogue is going to nimble dodge the thing because he doesn't know it was a miss. And the astronomer is going to use her last action to shield and trigger it too.
Right.
So.
Well, I can't see any of that shit. I don't think the only thing I have is the light cantrip. And
it might counteract the darkness.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. As a willing creature, I have to be able to see the fucking creature, don't I?
Couldn't you just
No.
put it on yourself and
But it is a flat check.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
you
could.
can just put it on the ground as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
So
cast
you
light. I'm just
roll
gonna do that.
spell attack roll for me. Just click on the little dice with the +9. That's the counteract
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, second row. Right.
That
I'm
is
gonna use a hero
for
point on
just a
that.
second. That is a failure. On a failure on the counteract check, you do counteract the thing if it's one level lower or lower. So if it's a level 1 spell or lower, it will still counteract it.
and darkness
Yeah.
is rank 2.
Okay. Cool.
Says the spell
Well,
connoisseur.
never mind then.
Hero point.
Hero point.
Okay,
yeah,
that is a
there we go.
success. You do
Better.
counteract the darkness.
Nice.
Let there be light. Go.
So,
Let
so does
there
that
be
mean
light.
so does that mean that my blade is now no longer counteracted?
I'm a little
It
confused. Is
was
the-
counteracted, so it's still
Okay. So it's still off. Okay.
And then I have an action left. I'm just gonna cast. Let's see. Can I see this tiefling
the
over here?
one on the left.
'Cause
Yes.
I know we have shared. Yeah, this guy. Okay, I've got an action left. Yeah.
Bam.
Bam. And my familiar, it doesn't say. It says when I cast. It doesn't say it has to actually work. So
Sure.
Caleb is 20
Okay.
feet from us. So I would like him to be
Nice.
stupefied 1.
Oh, that's good. He casts spells. Perfect.
Takes 5 damage.
And then let's give Dale has a little bit of damage on him, I think. So let's give him the fast healing for now, and then we can move it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Dale, it is you. Oh, it went back to being a sustained thing. I have to fix that again.
Well, I'm going to use an action to put 2 hands on my sword, and then use I'm going to use 2 actions for Flowing Spirit Strike.
Flowing Spirit Strike.
Flowing Spirit Strike.
So I have to take my medicine.
Oh.
That was the key word.
First attack. Second attack. Yeah.
Those are 2
Nice.
hits.
$10 and 9 combine.
Unfortunately, because the damages combine, you only trigger the weakness once.
Oh.
That's the one disadvantage. But you do manage to hit him twice, and he does take the additional damage. You will see your weapon is very effective. You slash through Caleb, and you see that this energy that keeps him up trembles a little bit and shakes. You see Caleb looking at you and snarling. It's clearly not a human sound. He looks at the tieflings around and says, "Make them pay for what they're doing." And you see the tieflings are going to look, instead of towards you, towards the librarians.
I will shift my eminence to my Skybearer's belt. In addition, I have a question about the Radiant. It says inspire an ally within 30 feet to push on, restoring health equal to 2 plus double my level. Is it no one's hurt around me, right?
I think not.
But it doesn't say may. Does that mean I have to?
No.
No, you don't have a valid target.
Okay. Perfect. And I can't target myself with it, so
Yeah.
That's me.
You can also choose which effect happens when you transcendence. So it is a may because of the transcendence rules.
Okay.
So Lottie, it's your turn.
Lottie,
Okay,
I'll take on Big and Ugly over here. You should probably try and shove those weirdos down on the ground or something.
You hear Caleb answering to Dale's suggestion with a, "Yes, separate yourselves. It's easier when you're alone."
Yes, yes, I appreciate your input, but I'm a little bit busy now. And you up there, and Lottie will point to the Fiefling to the north. Do not do what he just said. It is not a good idea. And she'll taunt him, and then she'll stride to this other Tiefling. And do I shove them, or do I just? Honestly, I think I'm tripping them, and they're just going to stand up and then attack. So I'm just going to make a strike and hope I get like a crit or something. Good. Actually, do I hero point hoping to roll for a crit? Because these guys seem pretty low level. What with those crossbow attacks they were doing?
He is going to nimble dodge as well. It's still a hit.
Okay. And you know what? Let's live dangerously. Can I get a... Yes!
Ooh,
Okay,
living dangerously pays.
okay, the roll wasn't great, but...
You talk shit about their crits. That's what happened.
Hey, I wasn't the one talking shit. Okay.
Don't punish it.
You try and hit the tiefling, and while their movements are very predictable, it's a lot easier to hit them than Caleb, and you can't hit any very important parts, but you still manage to hit very, very clearly the center of the chest, and the tiefling is very hurt by that. The tiefling on the top is going to be taunted. Let me put the effect on him, because he doesn't have the effect. Did you ping the taunt? You did. Yes. So
Okay.
he is going to look at you, look at Caleb, be very scared of Caleb, and stab a librarian.
Okay, so he becomes off guard and gets a -1 to this attack.
Yes. He's going to shank the librarian. He crits the librarian.
Wow.
He
The
rolls
librarian?
very low, but the librarian is dying.
Actually, supposedly they immediately died to massive damage.
Oh yes, he does die to massive damage. Reading the messages in chat is important. And he is going to see the librarian has been killed, so he is going to look at the other librarian and try to shank them as well. And he rolls a 1. He fails miserably. And he clearly isn't very happy about what he's doing. He looks shaken by just having killed somebody, and tries to attack the other librarian, and just fails. he looks back at the astronomer and at Dale and tries to fire the crossbow bolt at the astronomer. He isn't the best at killing. It's very clear. And then the other tiefling is going to act. He is going to see that Lottie is quite a big problem, and he is going to use 2 actions to prepare an action, and he is going to look at Lottie and say, if you raise your weapon again, I'll kill one of them. Go away.
Oh wait, these are babies.
And
Yes.
that's his turn. Wop,
Is
it's
he,
you.
yeah. Zeus isn't a weapon, though. It is a wrench.
It's a tool. Also, so Caleb is off guard, right? Because he attacked Dale.
No,
No,
Caleb wasn't the one I
the-
taunted. I taunted the
Ah,
tiefling to
shit.
the north.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was trying to get that
What was
tiefling to
the
charge
fight?
me, but it didn't.
But he might still be depending on my stealth roll.
Yes, he
that is-
is not, unfortunately. You wrote a thing.
Okay, well, I was still gonna shoot him because I don't know that. Man, this is not my day. Alright.
The sad thing is you're missing by very little.
Yeah, I know, and they're very low rolls. So, I mean, it should be possible to do better, right? One would think.
One would think.
So, you know what? I'm just gonna throw a bomb at him and that should do it. That's still a strike? No, then I'm not. Thought it would be a saving. I'm gonna
You can't
reload.
lose the points.
No, I don't want. I'll if it's a strike, I'd rather. My God. So I'll
No,
reload and I'll do
the gun strike, I mean.
what?
The gun strike at Caleb. You can 0 point that one.
No,
We are getting closer to the end of the session.
Yeah, I know. So I'll recall knowledge on these tieflings to see if they have any weaknesses.
Okay. Tieflings are quite regular people and basically everything. They don't seem to have anything very special apart from being Nephilim, and they're while they don't have any weaknesses, you will know based on your results that their blood or their Nephilim blood results on them having a sleep immunity.
Ah, well, I can't deal sleep damage, so I'm check. All right, we did it.
Nice.
We did it, and I have one magic
Was
shot
that
left. No, it was
0 points on the
Ah.
first or the second hit?
No, it wasn't. It was actually the second shot, and I forgot to add the -5, so probably still a miss, yeah.
It's a miss.
Yeah. All right, that was my time.
I am sorry.
No, it happened.
Okay, so Caleb is going to see that the tieflings are being cowards, and he isn't going to like that very much. He is going to use his first 2 actions to give a proper command to the tieflings. He battle cries, and his battle cry is going to do things. It is going to do things. And he looks at the tiefling shaking to the north and the tiefling to the west being just threatening to kill the librarian. I said to make them pay! And he bashes his shield again. You feel the voice now carries the weight of this command a lot more than before, and even him, he starts being a little bit more threatening looking. And Dale, you will see that instead of hitting you with his hammer, he is going to bite you. And he almost crits you, but he doesn't. But he is going to hit you very well for 14 points of damage.
1 second. Let's see. I think I can intercept attack. That yeah, the ally has to be within 10 feet, but the enemy doesn't. Yeah, so I can just, and I choose not to step in this case. So
nice.
okay.
Lottie takes a little step to the side, blocks the attack, and steps back.
Yep.
So let me change targets. So you feel this bite goes through your armor. It's clear these teeth are also not human. And that's his 3 actions.
Well, you know, Lottie isn't so weird. Lottie isn't surprised by that because she also has teeth that aren't human.
Nice. So
now they
the
keep like jaw strikes.
astronomer is going to cast telekinetic projectile again against the tiefling, which is off guard. And he uses nimble dodge. She misses, and she shields again. Because that's what she can do. Freygar, it's your turn.
All right, let's see. So this guy is alive.
The
That guy's
top guy
no.
is threatened
This one's
by the tiefling. He is pointing his sword at him and like, Lottie, if you raise your weapon against me, I'll cut him. And the top librarian is dead, and the one to the left is still alive.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Do
so
not worry about these.
Okay. So this guy up here, though, how far away is he from me? He's 45 feet. So what is that looking like? I need to get closer, so I guess we're going to have to go inside. Can I, like, step over these books, or no? Or is this like would that be a check to just move into the circle of books?
No, the books aren't even difficult terrain. They're fine.
Okay, cool.
That's how insignificant they are.
Okay, let me just do some measuring. Hold on. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go, Treyguard. Let's go.
Over here. Damn it. There. Okay. This guy up here. Do I have? Okay, I'm gonna on that tiefling. This one up here that just stabbed that dude. He's getting trade death for life. That's what he's getting. Caleb's getting lobotomized again.
I love how lobotomy became the actual description of the thing.
Yes, and I assume Lottie is getting the regen.
I was either gonna give it to Lottie or I was gonna give it to the other
Ah.
threatened librarian in hopes that it might help if he gets stabbed.
You're targeting the tiefling to the north, right?
Yes, this guy up here. I'll actually hit the target button. There you go.
I don't think you can give it to the librarian because they have to be within range for the hex, and he's 35 feet away from you rather than 30.
That is true.
It's,
He's not close enough,
success
so
by
we have to go
0.
to Lottie. All right. So
It's to the moon.
he'll take 2, and because I can't give it to the other librarian, I'll give it to Lottie. And then with my last action, I'll sustain the one I already had going, giving Caleb another level of stupefied till my turn, so he's stupefied 2 until my
Wait,
next
what?
turn.
He
And
is stupefied 1 twice.
I already had one going. It's just
Yeah.
because I had one going from last turn, so I'm sustaining that with my last action.
It doesn't
Yeah, it
go
doesn't.
if it just. Yeah.
It's just a second stupefied.
It
Wouldn't
doesn't
they
stack.
stack with each other?
No, it only stacks if it specifically says so, and only a few things do.
Yeah.
Instead, you can make one of the tieflings stupefied so that they're worse at fainting.
But
That's also a thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it to that tiefling right here, because it has to be within 20 feet of me. So this guy.
Is stupefied.
the
So-
limit to 1 hex per turn, it doesn't work for. It's unrelated to sustain, right?
It's my familiar. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
whenever
but
I
there's
cast
a rule
or
for which
sustain.
is about only 1 hex per turn, but that does. Sustain is not the same, then I take it.
You can only cast one spell that has a hex trade
Yeah,
each
okay.
turn.
No.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, Tail, it is your turn. You heal 2.
I'm gonna help my friend Wop Wop out, or at least
To
attempt
hit?
to. I will change grip to one-handed and attempt a trip on Caleb. Caleb.
Caleb.
Yeah. The H is silent.
I do have the Skybearer's belt, so I do get a +1 to this. Now we use my hero point.
Yeah,
Today is not Wop Wop's day.
Man. Okay.
Not even helping Wop Wop is working today.
No.
It's because of the
Alright.
books. It's clearly because of the books.
I'll make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unnerving him. I'll make a strike at him, one-handed. That one hit? Okay, alright.
Oh well, that's still good. Go ahead and crit him to death.
Oh,
what?
bad roll.
Are you kidding me?
All crits today also suck.
And then I'll use an action to actually forcibly switch my, or to shift imminence to Gleaming Blade.
Are you hasted? Didn't you spend one action switching grip, one action tripping, one action attacking?
No, releasing a grip
Releasing
is
grip,
free action, but re-gripping
Oh.
to two-handed is a full action.
Oh.
Yeah. But, okay. That'll be me.
Okay, so Lottie, it is your turn. You heal 2.
Yep, Lottie regenerates 2, and then she hits this guy with a wrench.
Okay, she nimble dodges. Or he doesn't nimble dodge. He uses his reaction to hit the librarian.
Yep, and I'll just intercept attack that attack. Unless he misses,
Incredible.
obviously.
Let's see if I roll a 1. I rolled a 4. It's still a hit.
Yep, I intercept the attack. Yeah, Lottie just whacks on the wrench, is like, no, bad, and then just like swats his attack out of the arrow for her arm.
You see his attack is a little bit more precise. The order from Caleb does make it's like the thiefling isn't even thinking when his arm goes to attack the librarian, but you manage to still take his arm from hitting him and take him down. So I'll change the target to you.
Yep, and also here's my damage, and wow, okay.
Does he die? He doesn't die. Damages today are terrible.
Yes, okay, so, and then...
We've been on a break. Give us a break here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think... Do I go for like the safest play possible or the action efficient? I'll go for the action efficient play. I will follow up by shoving him.
Shoving him to the wall?
Yeah, just to trigger punishing shove, because I think it's going to be higher accuracy than attacking.
This 4 damage, it's exactly enough.
Yep, and then final action.
Because it targets fortitude.
Yeah, because it's targeting fortitude. I'm guessing these guys are probably low fortitude enemies, because most rogue type enemies are. And now we get to an annoying place where, technically speaking, I could walk up to this last guy, but I'm out of reaction. So even if he stabbed the other guy, I couldn't actually do anything about it.
You can look at him menacingly.
Yeah, but Lottie's not a charisma character. I don't think that's going to work. Instead, what I'm going to do is shielding taunt on Caleb again. You know. Yes, I think that your efforts would be better used here. And raise my shield, and that's it. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit cold, but I think it's the more realistic play than walking up there and just watching the guy get stabbed in front of me.
Okay, so you're going to watch the guy get stabbed from
a
distance.
And I hope it's not a crit. Come on, or not, at least not enough for massive damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. You see the tiefling is clearly shaking while he tried to, or he was shaking while he tried to hit the librarian last time. But hearing this command from Caleb, it's like Deo entered his armored form. His face completely shifts, and he looks at the librarian with absolutely no pity, and just stabs him through the chest. And it is going to be massive damage.
That's unfortunate, but I couldn't have prevented it.
He is going to reload his weapon.
I'm doing my best to keep the main guy tied down.
Walk here. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, perfect. He made a misplay.
He is following orders, magical orders. In fact, walk up. It's your turn.
Yeah, he could have strode and then done a map melee attack and probably killed the other guy.
Probably yes, but let's see if he would.
I'll reload, and I will try and create a diversion.
Would be a regular success, or
okay, so maybe.
I think it wouldn't do massive damage. Massive damage is double health.
Yeah, it's double your max HP.
Yeah, so it would have killed. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a version against Caleb. Wait,
Okay.
plus. Oh shit, no. I am trained in deception. I'm not gonna create a diversion. That was a terrible idea.
You
But I can
stopped
hide.
being trained in deception.
I'm just not that deceptive. Really. I will
Turns
try and
out I
hide
was
it.
lying about lying.
Yeah, you all fell for it. I mean, what are you gonna do? And then I'll shoot him. So
Okay, that is a success.
yeah, he's off guard. Ah, fuck off. Alright, never mind. I have a hero, but I'll use him a bit.
That's almost a hit.
Yeah, but everything is almost a hit, man. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
that is a hit. Yeah.
That's the minimum damage. Alright, 5, here we go. I am on the board. I have dealt damage,
You are on the
combat.
board.
and that was my turn.
And it is going to be Caleb. It's going to be our last turn for today because the meds are starting to do their thing. But Caleb is going to cast a spell. He has to do a flat check. It almost rolled to a 4, but it is a success. He is going to cast a pretty interesting spell. With all of his actions, he is going to place an emanation here. And he is going to roll damage. You all do fortitude saves for me.
Okay, so I think that librarian's dying.
Ooh, one librarian doesn't take it. Nice.
I'll use a hero point on mine.
The other one rolled a success, and I am astonished.
I am pretty surprised myself.
He is just dying.
Okay. Oh,
Yay!
And Caleb gets 1 HP less because the healing doesn't get so permanent.
Did he do
Oh, hey, wait. Oh, he's trying to
Yes.
heal. Yeah. Yay! This actually comes in handy.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Red Gold Mortality.
I did say some enemies had healing things. Regular success gains the
Dang it.
almost rolled a 2.
You said he did do the stupefied flat check, right? Sorry.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Okay, so he bangs once again his mace on his shield and channels this energy, this dark energy that is somehow changing his body, and he starts draining the life of everything around him. I forgot to roll for the librarian. No, I did roll for the librarian.
Yes.
Oh, we just click the damage to apply the damage. Okay.
The astronomer had a failure. She takes damage, but she's alive.
She has a lot more HP than those librarians.
Okay. Well, it fucking blasted my cat.
Your cat.
At least you get it back.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh, he is dying. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't disappear.
It's a
No,
familiar.
no.
Just go
That's
away.
dying.
Thankfully,
I think
they
if
changed
a
that
familiar
rule.
dies, it's gone.
No. Or
Yeah, and then I would have. Well, I mean, I'm a witch. I would just get a new one the next time we rested.
the next morning.
Yeah,
But it's usually a week.
it's only it's only construct familiars that instantly
Yeah,
die.
what-
Okay. So while Caleb drains the health from the creatures around, also Wop Wop, you also have to do the check. It didn't show up.
What?
You also have to do the fortitude save there. It
Why?
didn't show up
Wasn't it
for
an
some reason.
elimination? Come
Oh
around the
yeah,
corner.
you are. Yeah, I do agree. So yeah, you see Caleb getting a little bit healthier with the life being drained out of the creatures around him, and he looks back towards Zeo with a "Your gods won't give you this kind of power. I'll I'll show you. I'll show these demons how much I can achieve." And with that, and the turn order switching, we're going to end our session for today.
Yeah.
Some 15 minutes early because I have to sleep, unfortunately. So
No
thank
worries.
you all for playing. We'll go to our feedback corner. I'll stop the recording bot. Goodbye, Craig.